Welcome to the jungle. We got fun and games. What is Markdownov?
Markdownov is a Markdown aware, English aware Markov chain for generating text.
Yes. The leader with his blow could fall, and grasping a handful of death, which was by this time for some of many forms elude all pursuit. In fear I turned, and for a pause add, have not my Jonathan travelled it and wrote of his figure, for it ever saw, I'm not sure. But I have no more. You have seen your true self since last night. You may not wish to know it. I dreamed. He stopped and seemed fainting. I might not rather have a cat than a gun. A raging madman. With his blow could one know that I have yet attempted. I sat down towards the wind. They drew back amid her body, whilst art, after I should brave danger and purity and peace everywhere, for we were to run. It is a lot of his wife's hand grew closer, till his knuckles looked white. It all hurried and bolted. In no place where scarce a knife blade could have been drained of so much importance individually would tend to discover. With heavy hearts we came away. He became a smart enough fellow, though rough of them, and pointed out, or spiders? I queried, wishful to get him. Instantly, however, she drew them. He might have felt terrible fear at seeing anything, then turned the time when I saw our way to Carfax. We came to the dining room, dimly lit by rays of trees, where the crash of gold remained outside.
It is not particularly good at fiction, but it can make a convincing agents.md or JavaScript file.
Actually, yeah. Okay. Let's see. That was from the readme there.
Yeah. So what I want to do with Markdownov is, so currently you have to retrain a model every time you want to generate something. There's a CLI, you give it a bunch of files to train on, and it will read them and then generate something new that looks kind of like those files. I want the ability to save a model to JSON after it's been trained and then load it later and continue training it, so that I don't have to keep retraining on the same files over and over.
Sorry, I wasn't listening.
I want the ability to save a model to a file.
Yeah.
So that I don't have to keep retraining it on the same files over and over.
Okay, yeah. Do you want to share your screen or shall I?
Well, you've got the LLM.
Oh, you haven't. Right.
Unless...
Okay. Then I had better share my screen. Share this one. You know, I knew that setting up a test suite was going to fail because actually I had tried the same thing earlier that week. I didn't want to poison the well, so I just let it happen.
Well, we've got a test suite in Markdownov and a type checker and an agents.md that tells the LLM how to do it. So hopefully this should work reasonably well. So do you have Bun installed?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Do you have AG installed?
I don't know. What is that?
The Silver Searcher grep replacement.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. In that case, we should be good to go. I'm hoping that if you just fire up Gemini conductor and say go, it should do something interesting.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, I see. Because in theory, there's
In
a
theory, it should read agents.md and figure out that go means do this process, which includes running the tests, finding and fixing to-dos.
okay, go.
Confirming the pre-processing, preparing for the task.
Yeah, sharpening humor. I've seen the Agents MD open. Oh, well, it's always open, so already I biased it. Cannot find package glob.
Oh, yes, you will need to run install. So good, figures that out.
pnpm install.
Yeah.
Husky, that's interesting. I'm curious about using work trees, Git work trees to run multiple agents simultaneously.
Well, I would like to get just one working.
Oh, right. Good idea.
All right, let's see if we can fix dead code.
Okay, to do dead code. Allow.
Yes, we do want it to edit code.
Yeah, I mean, YOLO. What's there to look at? I mean, basically, I will like keep the changes open, maybe, and watch the stream go by.
Okay, so that was pretty good. It didn't figure out that it should also remove that dependency from package.json. But it did the thing. Okay, so it said done. Now at this point, it's made the changes, but it hasn't committed. So let's look at the diff and commit.
So the diff is dead code.
Yeah, dead code is gone. To do is gone.
Did you plant this as a deliberate low-hanging fruit?
Yes. I mean, no. I happened to have that in the code base. I was like, it'll probably go for that. So this is good. So the one thing I would want to change is let's remove en pause from package.json, and then let's commit.
Or should we?
Or should we ask the LLM? No, I'm not going to ask the LLM. The reason I want to focus on to-dos is because they are, by definition, things that are easier to describe than to fix.
Okay.
And that seems like the perfect use case for an LLM. Oh, right. I have to use control on your computer. So then we want...
We want to go again? Like, what are we doing here?
Well, no, I want to commit. So I guess we can do that.
Well, we can just tell it to commit.
Git.
You want to write a commit message?
I do want to write a commit message.
Okay.
Stage changes.
And the package change, right?
And the package change. Which means we will have to... See, I want to run pnpm install now, so it'll update the lock file.
Well, look. All you got to do is say, you know, update the lock file and commit all these changes.
All right.
You're reluctant.
Yes, it would have been faster for me to just type the commands in a terminal, but I didn't have the terminal open, and I didn't know how to open one quickly on your machine.
pnpm install.
Yeah, now git add the lock file.
So this is remove dead code.
Uh-huh.
Huzzah. Okay. Yeah. Okay, what else do we want to do?
All right, so now we've committed. Say go again.
Okay, I might.
It works what I want. You know, you just say go and it does a thing for you. And you keep doing it until.
Well, then you might be more interested in an agent called local GPT or frankly OpenClaw, both of which have a heartbeat routine.
Huh.
And that heartbeat could simply be go.
Oh, we found the snake case test. Oh, I bet it's going to fail on this.
Treat snake case as
This is a
literal.
nasty one.
Delimiter it's not as expected underscore. It's not clear to me what this is. Oh, it's a to do with a commented out test. Oh, that's great. That is fantastic. Expect stack after snake case to be empty. Treat snake case as literal, not intra-word emphasis. Yeah, I see. Because that's what the underscores are? Intra-word emphasis? Oh, good. We've augmented a
Oh,
punctuation
great.
regex.
It wrote a bunch of regex for us. Oh, no, it's using look behind. No, I don't want that. Oh, God.
You don't want that in general, look behind?
I don't want look behind in general. For one thing, it's not cross-platform. For another thing, it can have weird performance issues. And it just complicates one's mental model of how the regex is evaluated.
I'm just typing what you're saying. And I would say refactor your implementation to avoid look behind and update our style guide.
Okay, wait, but also it passed the test, right?
Yeah.
So maybe we should write another test that fails.
You don't want to refactor, you want to write another test?
Well, maybe. I think look behind is the wrong approach, but I haven't actually understood the code. So let's open the file.
I mean, well, do you want to look at any of the quote unquote reasoning here? Right? Escape parentheses.
Escape, which is unnecessary but harmless in a character class. Let's look behind, look ahead for underscore. All right. So what did it actually change?
Only
so
match underscore when it's not introvert.
Class. Oh, we just added random escapes to a character class? Screw that. That's stupid. Okay. Whatever. So it thinks those should be there. It's so funny because at work, I just fixed a linter violation where there were unnecessary escapes in a regex. Like literally, I just did the opposite refactoring from what the LLM did.
Well, it doesn't have your sensibilities.
It doesn't have the sensibilities of ESLint either, apparently.
Does this project?
No, it doesn't have ESLint. I didn't think it would be necessary.
Okay, well, I'm building up a rather verbose to-do list in my head here. I want to write it down somewhere.
Okay.
So, is it crazy if I just make a to-do?
There's already a to-do.txt.
Oh. Perfect. I mean, to-do. Install ESLint, especially for escaped character class delineations in regexes.
Yeah, there will probably be other things.
Uh,
Uh,
well, another to do is um, discourage look look arounds.
yeah,
Uh, in style guide, right? Because this is, I mean, you can judge the language model for having a predisposition towards bad habits, but you can't uh, you can't fault someone for wanting to write a style guide, can you?
yeah, I guess maybe not, but I wonder if it will be effective.
We don't have to wonder for long.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, to do's fixed. Agent text test passed. You want to write another test?
I want to read the code and understand it.
Oh, okay. Toxic opinion, but whatever. Okay, so let's see. There are three changes. I think we can toggle collapse. Yeah, we can collapse unchanged regions. So here are the changes. Um, we introduced a method called new line trailer.
Uh, oh, it went and fixed two. It fixed multiple to dos. It's doing two things at once. It saw a law of Demeter violation,
Oh,
and I was like, do this. Okay, so new line trailer.
it just moved.
It just moved that, yeah, which is fine.
It's no longer
Uh,
a Demeter violation because the information about the internals have been enclosed.
yes.
They've been mod encapsulated.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's unrelated then. So literally the only change
It's
is
yeah, it's unrelated. So we said um punctuation. Wait, what? Oh, that's a weird way of fixing this, but I guess that works. Okay. So what this is saying is um, underscores that have a word token before or after them are not treated as punctuation. They are treated as part of the word. This is actually wrong because an underscore before a word could indicate the start of emphasis. So I wonder if I'm misunderstanding the code or if we're missing a test. I suspect we're missing a test for delimiter stack. I don't think we actually have a test for the underscore emphasis. That can't be right. I don't know. Let's look at the tests. I'm probably misunderstanding what the code is doing.
um. Well,
The
I
underscore
had it
is
start
not.
writing commits for these because I thought it would be better to patch commits than to patch changes. But I mean, maybe that's not necessary. So first, I'll stage and commit the Demeter violation. So that is, are they in the same word? They're in the same. Uh, so we are now staging hunks, but I do not see the hunk to stage. I mean, it's that entire file. One of three stages hunk. Um,
Okay. I see what it's doing now. I think it's actually correct. Because what it's saying is an underscore is only considered punctuation if there is either no word character before it or no word character after it.
Um,
What's going on?
so do you want to write another test, or do you want? I was gonna have it commit, but it wanted to commit interactively, but it wasn't showing me
Oh,
the hunk that it was staging, or maybe it was expecting me to read this.
that does look like an interactive commit. It was probably trying to do get commit dash p or
P.
get
It
add
was.
p,
Yeah,
but it can't actually do that because it's not.
because it's a REPL.
It's a yeah, it's a REPL. Um, yeah, let's use the terminal or VS Code's
I mean,
commit
look,
that.
if you lack confidence in this implementation, let's write another test.
No, I think it's fine.
Okay.
Uh, I think it's fine, and we can just add another to do to refactor it.
Okay. So that would be a to do. Is this what to discourage look behind or what?
Um, I don't know. Where is that file?
What
I don't know
file?
where it even made the changes.
Oh,
Where's
post
that
tagged state.
change? Uh, oh, punctuation's in there, huh? All right.
Do you think there's a
I
better place for it?
no, that's fine. I just don't remember the context. For some reason, Control P isn't working for me.
Try again. It
Uh,
almost happened. There you go.
Oz tagged. Oh God. Okay. Okay. Punctuation. So punctuation is used. Text split punctuation. Is this tokenizing? Tokenize with pause tags.
Pause means position,
Part of speech.
part of speech.
All right. Um,
What are we doing here?
um,
Do
I'm
we need
thinking
another
about.
failing test or are we good?
No, we're good.
We're
You
good.
committed, right?
No, no, it didn't. It didn't. We canceled it in all of
Oh,
our flailing about.
okay. Well,
And then we wanted to add something to do.
I don't know what I want to do yet. Maybe there's nothing to do. But I do think this regex is confusing.
Revert the punctuation regex to its original state. Then restore the snake regex and the new test with
What?
the second commit.
No, what?
That's oh, it restored it, but wrong.
Oh no. No, okay. We should have just committed
No,
ourselves.
no, no, no. This is fine. It's fine. It was missing. It was merely missing a new line. It has properly restored it. Also, again, ESLint. ESLint? Since when are we running ESLint?
We're not running ESLint. It's executed with code 1 because it doesn't exist. It's not installed. Oh wait. No, it is running ESLint. What the hell? How is it doing that? Maybe I did I install ESLint? Maybe I installed ESLint. Let me see. ESLint is installed. Yes. Okay, fine.
Okay. Well, we can take that out of. Oh, but are you saying that there should be a rule?
Well,
Against
maybe.
it?
Yeah.
Okay.
ESLint rule for escaped character class.
Okay, well, we have a clean state and a bunch of to-dos, so what, go again? Or do we want to start using the conductor? I don't really know.
No, this is fine. I think this is going well.
Well, that's because you've already done such a good job of A, testing and linting everything, and B, breaking up the work into small pieces. I mean, those.
Is that the whole point?
No, you've done extra work. You've made it too convenient. This isn't a proper test.
Well, what do you want? You want the LLM to magically divine what you're thinking?
No, a little thing like Demeter violation, like that's trivial.
Yes, I know. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to fix the trivial things that I would rather write it to do for than write the code myself.
Okay, but it's just that your to-dos are. Oh, this is interesting. What have we done here? I've enabled recommended rules. The to-do and was likely added. Oh, so it prioritized that because it was an unstaged change.
Oh, interesting. No
I
useless
suspect.
escape, which is part of ESLint recommended. Yes. Okay. Fine. Okay. It's adding it to the config.
Then you've
Import
got
JS. Config recommended. Okay. Yeah. So now it's getting a lot of extra things that aren't related to that.
no useless escape. Is indeed catching the regex I was concerned about. See, it was concerned, Ben. All of recommended broke the build. Oh, yeah. Just enable no useless escape manually in the rules. I have two options. Yeah, do it manually. Yeah, what the hell? But we don't need to import it JS. Oh, because we're not pulling in that pack. Okay, it's going to rewrite it to have no useless. Oh, this was another one where apparently you had introduced.
Yes, I did. Uh, oh no, now it's getting confused. Wait, this should be auto fixable. Why is this not auto fixable? It should just run ESLint fix. Oh my God. See, this is the kind of thing where it's like, in order to know if the LLM actually did the right thing, I need to now read the diff character by character and make sure it didn't break the regexes in a weird way.
Or you could run the tests.
Okay, but the tests are not exhaustive, right? Like it's possible to break the code and not fail any tests.
Sure. I told it to update the agent's MD to prefer ESLint fix. If any tests or lint checks fail, if any tests fail, write production code to make them pass. If all tests and lint checks, if any lint tests fail, prefer using make fix. Is that real? Make fix?
Yeah, that's real.
Okay, great. Well, I said ESLint fix and it said make fix. So how do you like them?
But it's running make as part of the workflow, which already runs make fix.
What? Then why did that automatic You say that should have been fixed automatically, but
I
it
think
wasn't.
makefix doesn't actually run ESLint fix. It just runs prettier.
Uh, what is phony?
It's a make file thing that tells it the target name is not the name of a file.
What
It's
is
just a
lint?
command. It's defined at the top. Oh, it is. Wait. So does fix run ESLint? Lint fix. Oh, so it is running ESLint. Well, yeah, maybe the rule isn't auto fixable then.
Okay. Well, let's look at the diff. Uh, there's some changes in delimiter stack and in part of speech
Okay, that looks
tagged
right.
state.
That looks right. And that looks, it got rid of a backslash before a backslash.
Where on the right hand side or on the
right? Yeah, on the right. My God. Regexes.
Yeah, this is not the right way to look at a regex in the year 2026. There's got to be a better way with some
That
like
is inside a character class. Oh, okay. No, sorry. It's not removing the escape on the backslash. It's removing the escape on the open square bracket after the backslash. And the diff is just showing it in a different place. Okay.
I mean,
I understand that now. All right. I think this is correct. I think this is all good.
Do we have a VS Code extension for regexes called Melody?
Oh.
No.
Wait, updated agents.md. Why did it update agents.md?
I told it to. I told it to.
Oh.
I told it to prefer make fix. I mean, look, when did it run make? It may just not. I told it to prefer ESLint fix in the agents file because you said that it was prefer using makefix to automatically resolve linting issues.
Right. Okay, but it's running make to run the tests, and I believe make also runs makefix. Look at the make file. The default goal is write, which runs test, type check, and fix. So if tests pass and type checking passes, it will then run fix.
Oh, I see. Well, then let's just drop those changes.
Okay.
You were, yeah. Okay. We were to something.
Style rules. Okay. So yeah, we have style and we have no useless escape. Okay, that's fine. It didn't end up importing the JS thing. So actually, you know what? I want to add a to-do comment here that adds like the standard JS recommended rules. I don't remember what it was trying to import there, but
Okay.
we probably do want all of those. The like no unused var things would be good.
You want to, we could try this visual regex.
Okay.
If that's a, okay, changed files. We should be able to go in here and say visual regex. No, we're supposed to highlight it, right click.
Visual regex. Okay, that's not easier to read.
Also, it didn't do it. It broke on the
Oops.
question mark.
Oops.
It didn't get
Looks like
past.
they need to update their regex.
So that's too bad. Uninstall. Testing regex.
No.
Regexer.
All right. Kind of feels like we're solving a problem we don't have anymore.
We did briefly have it.
We did have it, yes.
But I suppose if the fix lasts longer than the problem, it's not worth it.
Maybe.
But surely there's a way to view a flowchart online. I would like to see that.
Huh. There is a way to refactor regexes. I've sort of been meaning to do it. In fact, let's write it to do, but let's commit first.
Wait. Here.
Oh.
Here you go.
Oh, good. Yes. Very good.
One of white space or punctuation with a negative look behind a word. I don't understand this flowchart.
You start on the left, I believe, and then you can take any train track available.
Track
Just can't go
available.
backwards.
Any word.
Are there loops? It feels like there should be more loops in this track.
Yeah, what is the plus?
Plus is zero, one or more.
One or more. Right, I knew that.
So I guess that's represented by this loop around the white space and punctuation thing. So you can go around the other way. But I think you should be able to also... Oh, we do need another test. Okay, thank you, railroad diagrams. I didn't think about this. Oh, boy.
All right, well, I guess we can make this commit anyway.
Now we have 3 to-dos that I have to keep in mind. Let's please commit so I can get these to-dos out of my brain.
No, write the to-dos in to-do.
Okay, first to-do, install enable recommended ESLint rules for JS. I don't know why I'm putting hashes at the beginnings of these to-dos.
Or even the word to-do in a file called to-do, but go on.
Because that lets you grep for them, which is what I told the LLM to do.
Let's see.
Refactor regexes to be more readable. Specifically, this is using string.raw and new regex. And the third thing we are going to do is, we were talking about regexes. Oh, yes. Add a test for snake case with more than 2 words, e.g. 1, 2, 3. Because I think that'll fail.
Okay.
Include the change to agents.md. I thought we reverted that. Oh, okay. It has decided to add a test for us.
Yeah, well, it read.
Yeah. Okay. Well, does that test? It passes. Oh, great. Well, that's not what I expected. Huh. I wonder if that's because we get. I think that's because we have multiple tokens, but they're each interpreted as words, which is kind of not what I wanted because it messes with the way that other things work in tokenization. But it's not a huge deal. It just means that um, after a long snake case word, the output of the model will be more chaotic.
Okay. We have.
This is not what I want. No.
This is not what you want?
Silly. That's silly. That regex was readable. It's a single character. I only want it for the complicated ones. Oh, no. Okay. What is it doing? This is crazy. No, don't argue with the LLM. Let's just do the thing ourselves.
No.
Yes, this is silly.
You did not specify.
I did not specify. I wanted to see if it could do it.
See if you could do what? I don't even know what you want.
Well, I barely know what I want, but I have an idea, right? And if I start refactoring and playing around with it, I'll get a better idea. See, this is the thing, right? Like, we should use the LLM for the thing that it's good at and not use it for the thing that it's bad at, which is playing around with stuff and getting feedback.
Enable recommendation. The punctuation of regex is like what the user meant by complicated. I'll refactor using regex with a normal string, which avoids a concatenated mess of string raw. I'll look for other complicated regexes.
Oh no. Okay. Well,
Ben, what the hell are you talking about?
Well, it's this thing I did once on another project.
Okay.
To clean up our regular expressions, which were extremely complicated and deeply nested.
Okay.
You can create multiple strings. The purpose of string.raw is so that you don't have to escape things in the string, which gets confusing because if you want an escape in the regex, it has to be double escaped in the string that represents the regex. So string.raw lets you not have the double escaping. And then once you have that, you can concatenate these things and build up template strings to create your regex. So you can do things like create a bunch of string regex patterns and then say, join these on pipe to create a set of alternatives, for example.
I don't know why you think any one Okay. Well, if this, I mean, that sounds a little bit more complicated than to do simplify using. It sounds like.
Well, yes, you're right. It's the kind of thing that's easier to do than to express in the to-do comment. So let's delete the to-do comment. We don't want it to do that thing.
Okay. Great. It moved on, by the way. It did other things instead.
Okay. Well,
Uh,
uh,
it
it extracted
extracted
a
a
transitions
transitions
class.
class.
Oh, cool. Well, let's look at that. Markov model.ts, I suppose.
Mhm.
Transitions. Okay, so we've got our storage, which is a record of maps strings to token T arrays or undefined. Okay. Record and possibilities.
So instead of a new record of string to token T or undefined, we create a new transitions. And instead of picking from possibilities
Hmm.
of state, we pick from transitions of possibilities of state ID. Interesting.
That seems wrong.
Well, apparently now states have IDs.
Well, they always had IDs. Um,
And then instead of returning transition state ID or an array, we simply record transitions.record. I have no idea
this
what.
kind of feels like not what I was imagining. It's more complicated than I was imagining, right? Like we just took this method, these two methods, record and possibilities, and we moved them to a new class, but we didn't really simplify the interface. I think what I wanted transitions to have the pick method. I don't want
I see.
I don't want pick to be this function that takes the transition possibilities. I want that to actually be a method on transitions. So this is fine. I think let's keep this, but then let's write another to do. See, you
Another to
prompting the
do.
LLM, you're prompting the LLM through the REPL,
Yeah,
but
but
that
it's.
bypasses this process that
I
I want it
see.
to go through
I
where it
see.
looks for it to do and
Well,
runs the
look,
tests.
Ben, I thought I was showing you how to do this. How I didn't
I have an
realize
idea of what I want.
I didn't realize you'd gone
I'm
away
sorry.
and come down. I thought I was Prometheus coming down from the mountain with fire. I didn't realize two Promethei in the valley, both carrying fire, looking confused at one another. Okay, well
I'm sorry.
okay, no. I'm
Just
ready. I'm ready
know
for
what's
this.
going
What
on.
I was sort of hoping we could do is basically repeat exactly the experiment from last week, but with a different subject, but using the
Yes.
exact same
Okay.
method.
No, that's good. Let's not change more than one variable at once. I
No,
agree.
I
Let's
disagree.
go back to the commit we started at, right? And try all of this again.
No, I think this is fine. We're human beings, not a science experiment. I think we can wrap our heads around a couple of different variables here.
Scientists are also human beings.
I think
Everyone who's done science has been a human being.
fine. But I guess what I mean is we don't have to be so stringent because we are not.
We're not publishing our results in the journal. No,
Yeah.
but we are going to use them for engineering.
Engineering
Well, I don't know.
or development. Yeah, okay. Really you want to start over because I don't know about that. What changed here? Was this is literally just we deleted a new line.
Why was there a new line there?
I don't know.
I wanted that new line there. No, keep that new line there. It's
Yeah, I'm gonna revert that change.
oh
That's
my gosh.
unrelated. Okay, sure. Fine. Can can I just say I think it would be more fun to have it commit at the end of its work. I guess looking at the diff We can look at the commit diff. I mean, oh, look, it seems to think that now our thing to do is when you commit, you pick up the next to do, which we have been doing.
Huh.
It's a little bit of a runaway train.
Yes.
Discourage, look behind in style guide.
Style guide. Did it create a style guide? Was there a
Yes,
style guide? Is there now a style
there
guide?
is
It's
now a style guide.
okay. Hmm. I wonder if there's an ESLint rule that we could do for that. But yeah, whatever.
I don't know.
Okay. It solves this issue for us. Let's commit and move on.
What is the to-do item that you wanted to add, which was to refactor? It's not really refactor, is it?
Yeah, I would put it in the code because it is on a specific line of code.
Okay.
Let's go to transitions. Yes. Okay. So what I wanted to do was move this pick function to make pick
on
method on transitions. Okay, hopefully that's enough information for it to at least get started. And if it screws up, then we'll write another to do.
Yes. God, I really need to remember that one of our goals here is to do as little work as possible. Right? Provide as little context as possible.
Yeah.
So we made these changes. Maybe we want to commit ourselves. We want a human-made commit.
Discourage, look behind. Well, yeah, now we've got two things going on.
No, I guess it's really we want to commit style guide changes and go again.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. I might just commit all the changes. I have a personal rule that it's always okay to add to-dos.
Oh, okay, sure.
But, you know, that's just me.
No, I think that's reasonable and go again. Commit all changes. It's always okay to add to-dos to an unrelated commit. Write that down in your copybook now.
How much of the context of this conversation does the LLM remember? I almost feel like we should...
All of it.
Yeah. I wonder if it's going to eventually get confused.
You want to compress it?
I want to start a new agent
Absolutely.
for every to-do.
Sure. That is a well-known recommended practice.
Yeah, I guess maybe it's not a superstition, but
unfortunately, it has already gone off.
Yeah, okay.
It's already gone off.
Transitions.pick, this.rng, state ID, or state terminal token. Okay. So this is, again, like better, but not quite what I wanted, but it's a step in the right direction, you know? So all the tests passed. That's great. Let's commit it. Okay, and add the next to do.
Do you want to go again, or do you want to start?
No, I want to commit. Okay, so yeah, my vision for this workflow was the LLM would do something, I would review it, and I would make the commit, just like in the Git command line or whatever.
Oh.
But this is fine. If we want to tell the LLM to commit, that's fine.
Okay, but also, what about starting a new session?
That would also be good, but I don't know how to do that. How do we do that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I would literally kill this REPL and start again, because the Gemini CLI is not... It doesn't implement sub-agents, where a sub-agent is essentially a context clean slate.
Yeah. Okay.
with a named system prompt or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there are
Okay.
tools for that, but I'm not well versed in them.
Okay.
So we'll just have it commit and pause, and then we'll kill it and start over. Something that the Molt book teaches OpenClaw agents not to allow a human to do. I could
uh,
also compress the context. This is one of the tools that they have.
compress the context. Huh.
Basically, it would take everything there and generate a summary, and then, in theory, delete it. It's possible that you could also refresh, reload, clear the conversation history. There we go. We could clear. Clear or compress. Your choice.
Um,
But either way, I want to take 5.
yeah, sounds good.
Maybe we take 5 and then decide.
All right. Sounds good.
Okay. Pausing. Nothing. Pausing the microphone.
host is off screen though.
Go ahead.
Okay. Enter. Boom. Okay. So yes, working tree clean. Okay, great. So what I wanted to do is go into Markov model. And the next refactoring I want to do is to say to do pass this.rng to transitions via constructor injection.
Oh, sure, yeah.
I don't want to pass it here. I want the argument to pick to be the state, and I want transitions to also select the terminal token, but that's a separate thing. So I'm going to add this. Git commit add to do, and then I'm going to tell Gemini go. Oh, well, that's it now doesn't remember anything.
Yeah.
One Gemini.md file? Wait, did it not? Is there a Gemini.md file?
On my machine, yeah.
Oh.
I don't think it reads agents.md.
Oh, well, that's awkward. What does it read?
Make haste, you fools.
Oh, silly. That actually got it to do something useful. Oh no, what is it doing? It's searching for files in Git. Git logs refs heads main.
Huh. Oh, there you go.
Boom.
Git logs
Great.
refs heads main. Interesting.
Okay. So now we look at our diff. Did it commit? Wait, what is it doing? Evaluating ease of use. Evaluating closure. Okay, changes to Markov model. So we have our RNG. Yes, that's fine. Private read-only RNG. Great. Turn pick this.rng. Yes. Transitions. How come we didn't initialize that? Oh, because we didn't have RNG. Okay, yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
I don't understand what's going here.
Use.
Export class constructor.
Oh, I can.
Oh, and then constructor, and then what is that body following? Oh, constructor is just the argument or the signature.
Yeah. Transitions, and we're no longer passing that. Okay, great. And now do I need to add this again? Yeah, apparently I do need to add all of these things. Okay. What did I do? Show command output. There should be no space before blah, 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 blah. Okay, well, make. Yeah, fine. It's weird that, did the model change that? It must have. Use constructor injection. Okay. Then we have a new to do. We're going to say go. Close this.
Okay. Very exciting. I have to read it again.
Oh, it even understood my badly written to-do. My to-do is wrong, but that's okay. It did the right thing anyway. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Yep. Yep. Fine. Okay. Remove unused property. Okay. Next thing. Markov model. We have one more thing to do here. So, to do.
What is this? What is predict from? Predict from state the next token. That makes sense.
Yeah.
What is predict from state? We either pick a token, or barring that, the state's terminal token.
Yeah.
And
So transitions.
that's a
Yeah.
Demeter violation, and it's the response. The notion of a terminal token is beneath recognition of the model.
Yeah. Transitions should just tell us what the next thing is. And if the next thing happens to be the terminal token, then that's
So be
what
it.
next.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So make transitions pick return the terminal token if
When appropriate.
if there is no other token.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know how to phrase that, but it's probably gonna work.
Is there a
And
name of a refactor for this?
what?
Is there a named refactor for this?
It's like push logic into class. I don't know. Let's look at Martin Fowler's website.
Okay.
Do you want to bring up a web browser?
Are you capable of sending me a link? That's not. Is that a feature that Pop implements?
Maybe. The problem is I can't get my mouse cursor out of this screen share. It's refactoring.com. And the catalog, yes. Basic encapsulation. Maybe it's moving features. Look at the moving features tag. Move statements into function. Move statements to callers. I think it's probably move statements into function.
Move
Probably what
statements
we want
to
to move statements into
opposite.
function. Yeah.
Push concat becomes concat. It's the inverse of move statements to callers.
Yeah, we're not really moving a statement. We're sort of moving an expression, but if you squint, it's the same thing.
Yeah. I mean, it's not. I would say something like with reference to, Martin Fowler's move statements into function
Sure.
refactor. Go. Wait, do we need a commit? Do we have change?
I had added that to-do change.
But we didn't commit it.
We didn't commit it. It probably doesn't really matter for the purpose of the workflow.
Doesn't.
The agent will not commit in any
I
case.
feel
So
like Go is a wasted token. Maybe it's a small one.
one token's too many.
No, but there's something about that like it shouldn't require. It shouldn't require.
You should just be able to hit enter. Well, maybe
Again,
someday we'll have that technology.
well, no, I mean I think that there's tooling for this sort of thing. I think a refactoring, or I think a heartbeat
Hmm.
that oh, it's still taking in the state terminal token. Well, that's
Maybe in 2 years,
ridiculous.
maybe in 2 years, IDEs will just have a button, right? You just push it, and it's like, do the thing,
You
fix
don't
it to
even
do.
push the button, right? What you do is you look at the code and you just write to dos, and you just move through the code writing to
Yeah,
dos.
that's the workflow that I want, right? I just write to dos, I push them to GitHub, and then
And
I,
then you have some code to review.
yeah, in the morning I have pull requests from an LLM.
Well, there are people already working that way. What?
Well,
Okay, so here is a code smell that we have just introduced. Or I should say, a code smell that we have made more oh that we've made more severe, more obvious. Um
yes, yes, we have. That's the next to do that I want to write. I think we should commit at this point.
oh, okay.
Fallback. Oh no. Oh yeah. Oh, it's taking the fallback as a parameter. That's gross. Okay, but that's fine.
Yes, exactly. That's the,
Yeah.
um right, like we've taken it from here and we've put it there. But that's not
Yeah.
no. Let's go a step further.
Yeah.
Do you want to do this in to-dos, or can we talk to
I don't
the
know.
you don't want to use the REPL?
I think the REPL's fine, but the problem is that once you start using the REPL, it kind of goes off the rails and just does whatever,
Yeah.
right? And I
I
don't
agree.
want it to just do
I
whatever.
agree.
I want it to run make when at the point in the process where I tell it to run make, right? And I want it to not commit and let me review the things. And
Yes.
ultimately, okay, so at this point, I feel like it would maybe be easier for me to just fix the code smells that I see myself rather than trying to tell the LLM what to do in a series of to-do comments. So maybe we should
Um,
just do that.
no, I think we can just go in here and say, you know, uh, to do.
Can I interrupt?
Yes.
Mom and Dad want to know if you want to come to dinner at Pacific Couch tonight.
Oh, I suppose.
You guys watching the big game this afternoon?
Oh, is it the superb owl? I don't know. Is that what Dallas wanted? Chips and cheese, and what did he want?
Okay. Well, if you'd like to watch this, hold on, I've got it. Okay, so yeah, I think something like a to do, you just say code smell duplicate parameters.
Yeah.
We're going to dinner at 5:30, so if
Oh.
the superb owl is happening after that sort of time, then
When does the superb owl take place? Pick the blah blah blah.
So yeah, this is a code smell duplicate parameters
Look at
or
parameters.
inappropriate intimacy.
No, what is this? I don't. I don't know if there's a code smell name for this, but it's like an unbalanced abstraction. You know, it's like I don't know. Like transitions should know about state. We should just give it the state. Transitions should call the methods on state. I don't know the name for this.
Okay, we'll just go again. Make it so. grep for to-dos. Investigate duplicate parameters, because apparently a new set of changes.
It's interesting that it always picks the most recent to-do that we added as the easiest one.
Yeah.
I kind of wonder, I don't know. Maybe we're just good at adding easy to-dos. Or maybe it's biased by the stuff that's already in its context.
Refactor transitions to accept state objects. Yeah, whatever. I don't care. Okay. I need to fork. I'll do that later. I can do that offline. But I'll need to fork I'll need to fork the repo and make a pull request with these changes.
Oh.
But whatever.
Yeah.
We can do that later. So I don't remember. I don't know. Go.
Did we commit? Everything's committed?
Yeah.
Great. Yeah, let's go.
To do, evaluate the task of allowing clients to choose a state type. Oh, understand the connaissance of algorithm with tokenizer to do. Oh, very good.
Oh, there was one other to do I wanted to write in the Markov model class, which is that now predict from is a one-line method that just calls another method. We could inline that.
Oh, okay. Sure, yeah.
And that is easier to just do ourselves than to write it to do for. So I'm just going to do it.
I think I could do it.
I can't.
With an automatic refactor.
Oh, can you? Can you? Move to file. No, you can't.
Not from inline, but from the function, I think.
Oh.
No.
No. Yeah, VS Code is terrible at refactoring.
Whoa.
Control X.
You've broken
Control E. And now I kind of want to rename this to predict from, so that we keep a nice descriptive name. And
sorry.
Meanwhile, the LLM was doing something else.
Yeah, who knows what. Was that the only place that method was called?
Yeah, pretty sure.
All right. Yeah, it's just messing around with ESLint rules, apparently.
No one used vars, no one def. Okay, why are those turned off, though? What is it?
They are nuts.
No, that door. It's right there. What do we got here? If token is undefined, break. What is this?
While token equals blah, blah, blah has been replaced with while true. Or break.
Is that's There was no to-do comment there. What is it doing?
No, but there was no
Oh, no
condition
con
assigned.
assign. Oh. Hmm. Well, I guess if that passes all the tests, it's probably fine. I mean, yeah, that's fine, but
What is no con assign? Oh, no conditional assignment. Yes, you see.
yeah, you have an assignment and a conditional. People misread that as if it was double or triple equals. I don't know. I don't think that's a big deal personally.
I think the big deal here is that make now runs forever.
Oh, so it actually it actually created an infinite loop there. Okay, well, yeah, that's a problem. Apparently that isn't correct. Yes. So the reason I didn't do that before, I guess, is that it's not right. Why isn't it right? Token, if token is undefined. So, okay. So, yeah, it's just making a JavaScript mistake. Match never returns undefined. It's going to be null. So we just have to change that to check for double equals null.
Oh, well.
And that
Okay.
should work.
Double equals null.
Yeah, or triple equals null is probably fine.
Well, why not
That has a type error.
why not if not token?
Because that would also break if token was an empty string, which I suppose shouldn't really happen. And maybe we do want to break, but I would prefer to be a little bit more explicit and say,
Okay, but explicitness is
if it's nullish.
Explicitness in JavaScript.
So why does it think that it can be not null? It says it's undefined. Okay, so are the types wrong? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe match does return undefined.
Well, why does the test?
Oh, sorry. No. It's because we're doing this. It's because we're doing that it can be undefined.
Oh.
So right. It can be undefined, but then why doesn't this work?
Right. I don't know. Let's just run make. What just happened?
But we know it loops forever.
Well, do we? Is that the sound of it looping forever?
Yeah.
And if we revert this file, I think something else is happening.
Okay. Let's just check everything out because clearly we've lost.
Sorry, I didn't revert it. I reverted something else. Haha! I reverted our I think I reverted this change. Yeah, I reverted Markov model refactor to predict from and inline rather than reverting tokenize. So if we revert tokenize, then the tests run instantly, no problem.
Oh, okay.
We get the conditional assignment error.
Okay.
So,
so why?
this is ES. So, is there an ESLint plugin that will actually highlight these in the editor? And if so, where is it? ESLint. How do I get ESLint to highlight this? I know it's capable.
I don't know.
Hmm.
There might be, yeah. It'd have to be an editor plugin.
It is an editor plugin called ESLint. There you go.
Well, I don't know why it's not highlighting the thing.
Lint. Revalidate all open files. Lint. Show output channel. Okay, whatever. Anyway, yeah, what do you want to do about this? Why does it keep doing that? Function star tokenize. I don't want the working tree. Not the file. Okay, yeah. What do you want to do about this?
I still don't know why its refactoring didn't work. I want to believe that it will work. I don't know. I don't have an idea other than to just do the thing again. Right? Let's do that. And then we'll say if not token break. Right? Maybe token can be an empty string because it would break on an empty string before. And so maybe that actually is the problem.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the problem.
Great.
Weird. Okay.
Neato. Yeah, yes, fine, it's fine. We'll see what the open source maintainer has to say about these commit messages.
I'll squash them.
Will you?
No, I won't actually. No, they're good commit messages. I mean, they're good commits. I haven't read the messages.
I'm very sensitive about this. At work, they've introduced a squash merge strategy for branches remerging with main.
Yeah.
And it irritates me because I want to see I want that git blame. I want it. Because
how many people are working on your code base?
A dozen.
Yeah, I mean, squash merge is probably overkill for a dozen people.
But also, it's overkill generally. I mean, what's wrong with a git log that...
What's wrong with it is that my coworkers like to make pull requests with 42 commits that all say whip.
That's a problem that I don't have because I write commit messages that are that I intend for people to read.
Yes, you understand how to make small focused changes and commit them.
Oh, and if I don't, I will interactively rebase. I will reorder my commits to group them. I mean, to me.
Yeah, my coworkers don't know how to interactively rebase. You're not going to post this on YouTube, are you?
It's already live.
Oh, good. Well,
I mean, it's true that my coworkers also, we had to have a talk in an engineering retro about, higher quality commit messages and to fewer whip commits in merged pull requests. And ultimately what we decided was implementing a squash merge strategy in CI so that people don't have to write commit messages.
Some people just don't like to write commit messages.
That's why I have Gemini do it for me, see? So,
well, I guess if you make small focus commits, I don't know. I haven't read its commit messages. Is that true? I think I've read a couple of them. I think they're okay.
Oh, we wrote a test.
I've definitely seen LLM commit messages that are terrible, but I think Gemini knows how to be brief.
What are we doing here? Do we find another? Allow clients to choose a state type instead of always using post-tagged state.
Oh, yeah, I did have this to do. Okay, so great. It's starting to implement features now. Allow clients to use a state type. Yes. Okay. So we give it the initial state constructor. Cool. Why is it optional? I guess we can have a default. That's fine. Okay. Params initial state or a function that returns a new pos tag state. Start model. Give it the initial state.
Yeah, where does params come from?
Params is the thing that implements Markdownov params. So it's passed to the constructor. It's there.
Okay.
I have a gripe with the naming of this because it's not a state, it's a state constructor. So I would prefer it if this were called create initial state. So I would just open up this file. What file is this? What file is this? This is create initial state. And now that line is probably too long. Let's run make, fix it. Oh, you know what? It didn't write a test for this.
Yes, it did.
Oh, it did. Amazing. Well, does the test fail when the feature is not implemented? I mean, it's returning new pos tagged state, so yeah, I don't really like this thing of spying on side effects, but it's fine. It does, because it's hard to know. It's hard to know that it's actually using the correct state.
It's hard to know that it's actually using the correct.
Well, how do you write a test?
state.
You give it a state constructor, right? Now, how do you write a test that asserts just from the behavior of the model that it's using your state instead of pos tagged state? What you could do is give it a fake state that just always outputs the same token or something. Right?
Sure.
Like
yeah. A dummy state?
Dummy state. Yeah, that should be a to-do comment.
Commit and go again.
Okay.
It's already moving on. Problems, errors. There shouldn't be space after. Oh, is it because I put a comment inside of an object?
No, I don't think so.
We don't know.
It's the imports. The LLM loves changing imports. Or maybe VS Code does it. I don't know. It puts spaces around the curly braces of imports, but Prettier doesn't like that.
Connaissance of algorithm. I wonder if there isn't an MCP for connaissances, or like a tool or a skill.
Oh, I forgot about these to-dos. So markdown aware order to state is not used, and lossy state is not used and maybe not that useful. So I would delete lossy state.ts actually.
Okay, well.
Not even worry about that. Now it's going to try to, oh, okay, cool. So now it's doing the thing. And generate is dummy. I didn't fully read the test. Okay, so dummy state ID returns dummy. So it's always going to return the same ID. So I should explain for your benefit and for the benefit of people on YouTube how this works. So a Markov model is well, I don't know. I guess you could sort of call it an AI. It's a statistical model that predicts the next state in a sequence of states. And the states can be anything.
Mm.
We have a Markov model of text in this repo. So the states are sections of words that it's seen before. So the way this works is it has a table of transitions where the keys are the IDs of the state and the values are next states. So this is a way of just generating a lookup key for this state.
Okay.
Update. What is update? I guess update gets the next state given the observation of a token in the text. And then is terminal tells you if the generation is over. Yeah, okay. So is terminal return true is a little weird. Because that means it'll only ever generate one token. But I guess that's fine. It doesn't really need to generate more than one token. And then the terminal token constructor here is used for both the first token of the generation and the last. So we return new pos tag token. No, we don't need a state of pos tag token. Okay, so this is making it more complicated than it needs to be. The fact that it's saying the token type is pos tagged token just makes this more complicated. So let's actually, no, I'm just going to fix it. I'm just going to fix it.
It's just going to fix it.
This is really easy.
I wonder, but why did it make the? Why did it fail?
Because why did it make this pos tag token? Oh, the test failed.
No, the test did not fail. Or I mean, it may have at some point, but I'm just wondering why did it? When I say fail, I mean why did it make it overly complex?
Because the state's token type was pos tag token before, because it was a pos tagged state. But this can be anything. We can just make this string. And then for the terminal token, we will return empty string. And then what's the problem here? Create initial state. Oh, see, we're finding bugs now. It's because create initial state demands.
You can just click create initial state, yeah.
What am I looking at? I'm looking at a pop-up.
Yeah. Yours doesn't do that? There you go. Create initial state
is a state of something. So actually, we need this to be generic. This is the token T type. Extends. I know, I guess that can be anything. No, it can't be anything. It has to be token, which has not been imported. What is a token? I don't even remember what this is. Okay, so a token just needs to be convertible to a string. So string implements token. Actually, everything implements token, except for maybe objects without prototypes or something. Markdownov.ts. Okay. Nope, that's a diff. Okay, token T extends token. We're creating our initial state with token T type. This is now going to have token T extends token and Markdownov params of token T. And this dot model is a new Markov model of
whose initial state.
Oh, this can't be pos tag token anymore. This has to be token Z. There we go. An initial state token is missing properties from following properties from type pos tag.
What is token T as opposed to token?
Token T is the local name. So this is the type parameter. So token is a predefined interface, and token T is the local type.
And you're not just using T, which is the idiom for generic.
Yeah. I wish there were a better idiom, but that's the one we have.
Why don't you just say T? Because token already starts with T?
I could say T. I did actually have the type parameter named T a while ago, as of a few days ago. And then I was reading this code base and I got briefly confused and I was like, okay, I'll change it.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So this is just a convention.
Yeah. Why is this complaining?
Yeah, why is it complaining?
Initial state doesn't have the right type. Params create initial state or new pos tagged. Oh, it's because this is creating a new pos tagged state, which is not necessarily assignable to token T. We need something that creates a token T. So what do we do?
I don't know. Beats me. Why is that the default state? Why is pos tag state not narrowed to a token state?
Well, the issue is, okay, so the issue is that the only way, when we create a Markdownov, the only way we know what token T actually is from the type of the create initial state function. But the create initial state function is optional. So if they don't pass create initial state, then we have no idea what token T is. Right? We're saying it defaults to pos tagged state, but we haven't really told TypeScript that it should default to pos tagged state. So I guess one way of doing that would be to say that this has a default pos tag token, but that doesn't actually work because this default would only be not actually sure when this default would be used. Anyway, it doesn't satisfy the type checker. So that goes away. We could make create initial state required, but that would be a breaking change. I don't like breaking changes.
Create initial state. No, I want, yeah, you don't want a breaking change, and I like the default because it introduces behavior that I don't have to specify that is supposedly compatible with the rest of the program. So, so the issue is that token is missing pos tagged token. Because we're saying essentially our state we will have a token state and here we are passing a narrower. Well, so does pos tag token not extend token?
It does, but token doesn't extend pos tag token.
Right.
The problem is token T might be some token type that's unrelated to pos tag token.
But as long as pos tag token satisfies token, I'm not sure why TypeScript is complaining.
Well, because so in our test we created a Markdownov of type string, right, where the token type is string.
Yeah.
Now, suppose we wanted to create a Markdownov of token type string, but we didn't pass it a create initial state. What we'd actually get is a pos tagged token state, which isn't going to work with
Well,
string.
I understand that, but just a moment ago you said, imagine we want a Markdown of token type string, but we don't pass an initial state.
Yeah.
What do you mean by we want? Imagine we want soup, but we don't order soup.
Yeah, well, okay. Maybe a better way of explaining it is we have I don't know, let's write a test. I'm just gonna write a test. I don't know what it's called, but writing it anyway. We're gonna create a new Markdownov with no options. Now, what is the type of this? This has a type of Markdownov of what? In practice, it will be pos tag token. But how does TypeScript know that? If we say it's a Markdownov of string, I can't actually select that on the computer. If we say that this is a string, TypeScript is also happy with this. because it really has no clue what token T is, because we didn't tell it through the create initial state.
Right.
I wonder if we ought to, why are we passing create initial state instead of just
passing the state?
Instead of just passing the state? I suppose that would have the exact same problem. Doesn't really solve anything.
Right. No, I still don't understand the problem. Why? What? Why? Why is? Man, maybe I just don't understand TypeScript. Why or types? Why does it matter to us? So I can understand why if you say, look, this function depends on these behaviors,
Right.
these properties. But what I don't understand is, why does TypeScript expect to depend on these properties? Why does it?
Because
because we've said initial state is either token T or this, meaning one of these is going to come in, and so you have to support both. But it may not. But it may not be. Ha. I don't think I have Copilot configured, even if that would work.
Well, we've now been staring at this for like 10 minutes. So maybe the answer is we just revert this and we don't do this to do.
Maybe, but I mean, I feel like I haven't even contributed because I just completely fail to understand what's going on here, but it seems like it should be relatively simple. We have a class, it takes a constructor for one of its dependencies.
Mm-hmm.
And because the default is of a specific type, it demands that all demands that all values are of a specific type. I mean, there you go. Or undefined.
Yeah.
So because this is possible, therefore it's necessary. I mean, is there not something that, God, how do types work? How do types work? They constrain the values. But this is too constrained. Somewhere down there, sure, maybe we have this tagged token type. But maybe not.
Mm-hmm.
And for some reason, the type is being inherited from above and not below. I mean, isn't it the responsibility of the Markov model constructor? We're in the constructor. Oh, I'm confused again. Isn't it the responsibility of the body of this method, which we're currently in? How does JavaScript work? That's what it is. This is a constructor. And so its parameters are, oh no, I'm sorry. I'm confusing Markdownov and Markov model.
Yeah.
This is the name of the application, Markdownov.
Yeah.
And Markov model is implemented elsewhere. And Markov model has a, goodbye. Markov model has a constructor which takes an initial state, which is somehow also a constructor.
I called that initial state. Oh, the LLM was just riffing off my bad naming. Well, there you go. I guess you reap what you sow.
I don't understand. So this is a constructor, initial state?
Initial state, yeah, well, it constructs a state, yeah.
But this is create initial state, which is a
It's
construct.
well, yeah, it's the same thing, no.
Oh, I see.
I just
This
named
is
it
also a
initial state, even
constructor.
though it's a function.
I don't understand. Why don't we just pass in state? Initial state.
I don't remember.
And why do we pass in a constructor?
I don't remember why we pass a constructor.
It's not doing anything. But whatever. I mean, that's not really as you pointed out. That's not really. Well, shoot. I mean, heck. Why don't we just call it here since we're not calling it with any arguments? Then we actually would get initial state. And we wouldn't have to call it here.
You know, I don't actually export any of the state types. So this is the wrong interface. I remember what I wanted now, more specifically. The LLM just didn't understand what I wanted, and it picked the wrong interface for this. I think we should revert this. I think there's a simpler way we can solve this problem. What I actually want
We want to revert the dummy state.
I want to revert. I don't know. I don't want to revert the dummy state. I think that is. Oh no, I guess we do have to revert that. We have to revert. Yeah, we have to revert this test. We have to go back to before that test was added.
Okay.
Because yeah, this is not the interface that I actually wanted. What I actually want the client to be able to do is pass like a string ID of the state type. And then there should be a factory function that matches that string to the actual state class. And that's how we construct the model, because all of the state types are internal to this program. And they have to be, because when we implement save and load, the name of the state type is going to be persisted to the JSON, so we know which model to restore. Sorry, I just said a bunch of words. I don't think they made sense. They made sense in my head.
I'm just looking at this series of unnecessary to-dos that there's a couple of because the agent was, while we were looking at this, finishing off the to-dos, even the ones that you knew were unnecessary.
Oh, very good. Well, extract get new line trailer utility, outgoing changes.
Right. So outgoing changes. Let's see. Get new line trailer utility for markdown aware order to state. So I think maybe the thing to do is a little bit of rebase action. What is that? What is the visual interactive rebase editor? I think it is Git lens, but settings. rebase. How do I enable this? Do I have to set my editor to VS Code? Is that what I have to do? Because when right, if my git rebase is unstage changes.
Gemini's going crazy. What's happening over there?
Oh, nothing. It's just trying to render in a tiny window and it can't. Okay, we have a bunch of... I don't care about that. Okay. How do I tell Git? How do I tell Git to use VS Code as the rebase editor? Do you know off the top of your head, Ben?
Set the editor environment variable? I don't know.
Yeah, I guess that.
Code dash wait. Okay. Yeah. Sure.
Only
Don't know.
for rebase?
Well,
there we go.
For everything.
Now we have this like super cool.
Well, that's crazy. What the
rebase?
Wow. Okay. I would have just done a reset hard because we're going to drop everything up to refactor, enable recommended ESLint rules.
But we don't have to now, right? I mean, look.
I guess. Well, yeah.
You want to redo the way that we allow clients to?
Yeah, we don't want clients to provide a custom initial state factory.
So we'll drop that.
Yeah, we don't want any of the things after that because those commits depend on that. So yeah, use dummy state goes away. And extract get new line trailer utility. I didn't read that commit.
Right, but it's irrelevant.
Yeah, let's keep it. Whatever.
Huzzah.
Okay. So now it's rebased.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good time.
So what was the new line trailer thing?
Oh. To do connaissance of algorithm with tokenizer. So instead of connaissance of algorithm, we import the algorithm.
I mean, yes.
Ta-da!
Except did it actually reuse that function in multiple places?
Yeah. Look
at new line trailer
in lossy state and in markdown aware order to state.
I wanted to delete both of those files though.
It's not too late. You can still delete those files. I've already paid for the tokens, but that doesn't matter to me. Or I should say, it's a sunk cost.
You're going to guilt me into keeping files that I don't want?
No. I said it's a sunk cost.
Okay, well, I guess, yeah, I don't want those files. So...
No, don't reset.
I'm just going to drop that commit.
And delete the files?
And then I'll delete the files, yeah.
Okay, sure. You're going to drop that commit because why extract that?
And then I'm going to delete these. And I'm going to delete lossy state. Goodbye. Okay. Why am I committing in this tiny window? No. There were changes though. Why? Yeah, it's just deleting 4 files. I thought there were other changes, but apparently not.
No.
Okay.
Changes. Yeah, I never know that changes. It's your
commit.
Message.
Delete obsolete models.
There you go. Now you can either save and close, or there's actually a button over here that you can.
Okay.
Before we get too ahead of ourselves, I would like to. fork this project and submit a pull request.
Okay.
And I'm going to ask the agent to do it.
The agent can fork the repository?
Agent can do anything that a CLI tool can do.
I don't think a CLI tool can. Well, I don't know. Do you have the GitHub CLI? Can you create a repository from the GitHub CLI?
Good question. Probably.
I mean, sure, you try it.
Now the question is, do I use this? Cool. So check this out. Not going to do everything through the agent. So here is a Python. There's a node package called skills that for some reason agent Gemini CLI and global skills are just markdown documents. This happens to be markdown, basically a readme. Sure, install find skills. A readme for using the GitHub. Skills read skills list. Really? All right. Oops. So this session so far.
What's going on outside? My goodness.
Or Super Bowl stuff. Looks like we've gone through 1 million tokens.
Wow.
7 million cache reads, whatever that means. So, okay. Oops, Gemini. So in theory, Gemini will now read from... This was the first time I've installed skills on this machine. In theory, it will now read skills, and I can list them. Unavailable. You're killing me, Smalls. Well, then what? Then what's in my Gemini? Huh. Skills. No? Wait, did it not install properly? Or at all? Cloned to agent skills. Universal Gemini CLI. So I have those in the agent's skills, but Gemini skills. Why do they not propagate? All right.
What is Gemini? Is Gemini a symlink or something? It's how are they supposed to propagate?
There is supposed to be a symbol.
Well, it doesn't look like a symlink.
You know what? It's possible that skills are not enabled by default, or is it possible that hook registry initialized? I'm so confused.
Reminder
Well,
that you're doing all this work to save yourself the trouble of going to github.com and creating a repository.
yeah, Ben, that's right. I am.
Yeah.
Well, look, it's not a big deal. Because we can fork this repo on GitHub
Okay.
and initiate a pull request.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you didn't have
GitHub
the
command not found. There aren't any tools. Okay, print my GitHub token live on YouTube. Amazing. I'm gonna go change that.
Oh, dear.
Oh, apparently the token's not working. That's pretty typical of me. Enter passphrase. Yeah, SSH is good. That's great. Typing that passphrase. Oh, that was wrong anyway. Okay, turns out I don't know my own password. I will still have to change it. Guess I'm just gonna delete a bunch of who knows what those are. Yeah, go to town. Do what you need to do. YOLO my GitHub. Yeah, go ahead. New branch, test access. Okay, just go ahead. Yeah, duh. That's you need to fork it. It's not going to be a net RC. There is no conductor directory. Why would you even think? Forking and creating a pull request requires the repo scope. Yes, it's only read packages scope. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah,
Good for me
okay.
and my security practices. The GitHub CLI is not installed in the system. I don't have permission to install it via apt. Confirm that your account does not have write access. So, let's install the GitHub CLI and authenticate it.
Okay.
It's asking me to do it.
Yeah.
I guess I could just do that. Should I do that or should I?
Well, I wouldn't, but you can do whatever you want.
You wouldn't.
I would go fork the repo on github.com.
Well, yeah, but this is. Is this not an experiment in? Is this not an experiment in what we can do without clicking around?
Well, I suppose it could be, yes.
Because in theory, yeah, I don't know. I shouldn't have to do this myself.
What's the conversion rate between clicks and words that you type into an LLM prompt?
Words are much cheaper than clicks.
Huh.
Keystrokes are much cheaper than clicks because keystrokes can be saved.
Interesting.
And reread and that sort of thing. So if I may have what is GHN? Oh, God, really? I need to turn off some of these get aliases. Like, what is the name of the shell utility bundle that I'm using?
Bash it?
Yeah,
It looks
yeah.
like I had no idea you could do that. Amazing.
I mean, ugh, maybe you can't. There we go. So now I can use GH.
Great.
GH auth. Login. The value of GitHub token environment is used for authentication. First, clear the value from the environment. Okay.
Now you have to go probably go off stream for this part.
Oh yeah, you're right. I will turn off my monitor
because it's in your bash RC, right? There's probably a bunch of other stuff in there. Yeah.
Oh right. Oops. SSH. Upload your SSH key to your GitHub account. Already done, bro. Already done. Let's log in with the browser though. And authenticating on mobile.
I'm gonna go shift my laundry. I'll be back in a second.
Okay, now the whole internet knows that you do laundry. Okay. Okay, GitHub is authenticated. I can now repo list. GitHub auth status. Yeah. Missing required scopes. Oh, because it was logged in using the GitHub token. Am I no longer? Oh my God. Now I gotta change that. Forked, pushed, created pull request. lo and behold, it is there. It is there. Um, yeah, let's add a GitHub CI action. Yeah, commit it. I should just... Should be the last time. Okay, so this was done. I also threw in a GitHub Actions CI workflow because I noticed that there were no checks on the... There were no checks on the... So, who knows? Nine, 10 in the GitHub Action config. Yeah, well, that's your fault. Yeah, that's what it did. Yeah, it just removed the version requirement, and now run make verify. There you go. CI. Cool. So we'll just compress all that. I'm irritated that skills are not showing up because skills are fun. Honestly, I don't know. Honestly, I'm tempted to just run Gemini in the root of my operating system. Sorry, of my home folder. And tell it to figure out why Gemini CLI skills aren't being installed by npx skills add. But that's not maybe... The other thing is we actually could say to install it rather than symlinking, just to like actually copy it in, and then it copies it into the skills directory, so that now we have this, which is just a markdown repo. Shouldn't have trusted the authors. This is just a markdown repo of like how examples of how to use GitHub. So I don't know. Is it that fun? Is it really all that fun? Did I just kill VS Code? I think I just killed VS Code. Oh yeah, I did, because I killed the skills repo, skills folder. Okay. Cool. why are skills fun? Um, because they ground the agent's actions in uh, the actual truth of what operations are available to a CLI tool. I mean, you've seen how, or I don't know if you have, but haven't you had the experience of an agent hallucinating methods or options to a CLI command? So this makes that less likely. Okay. Well, look, I guess I'm sort of, and maybe this is sort of a new speak, or that I've adopted is I try to avoid making claims of what is useful, valuable, or productive because I don't really have the data. All the only data I have right now is like what I find amusing and engaging, and in a way that's the entire value proposition for me for language models is just what what procedures or courses of action they make amusing and fun to pursue. Um, and that's because I don't have the data. In fact, the data that I do have is that they're unproductive, right, and that they make developers slower. So, uh, so I cannot. I agree. I still can't find that textbook with the from the 70s with the preface of I think it was on debugging, and it had the preface in of the sounds of laughter echoing from the programmer's room.
Or I vaguely remember you telling me about this book.
Yeah, definitely. I've told you about this book. It definitely was one of my mother's programming books. Just back from an era when it was expected that nerds had fun and that this was productive. Um, Now I find so many software developers are so dour.
Um, yeah. Why did they get into this in the first place? Make lots of money, I guess.
I guess. Well, something's happening. Let's see. What are we doing? Follow agents. Search to do. I found to dos. You know what's funny? You said to use AG, and sometimes it does, but it also has its own search text tool.
Oh, well, I didn't know that.
Read file, read file, read file. Um, I'll check that I understand token and stay. I'll read this to see how it implements to understand the relationship to assess. I found to-dos and to-do txt. I'll examine to assess the difficulty of allowing clients to choose a state type. Well, here we go again.
Yeah, it's never ever gonna do the thing that I want because it doesn't know what I have in mind because I didn't tell it.
Well, look, I think the best way to do that is often in, or what I've found useful is to create a docs folder, and in there, you know, to write out a little blog post style about the implementation, the idiomatic way of implement. Normally, I use this with examples of a third-party library, but I don't see any reason not to do it here. You could call this like an architectural decision. record or something.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay. Yeah. We could try that. To me, it sounds like a lot of writing.
Well,
I don't know.
talking is
I'm in the mindset of I want to write. I want to type as little as possible and
click as much as
communicate with the
possible.
LLM through the code because the code already exists.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, then let's not do
But
this.
no. Do it. Show me.
Well, you have to tell me. You have to
Oh,
tell
yeah.
me.
I have to tell you what I want. So
What you
it's
want.
like it's doubly indirect now.
Well,
I
that's.
can type it,
I mean,
right?
that's no. Yeah,
If we're
you
going to
can
write
type
an
it.
architectural
A little
design
indirection
document.
is fine. You're going through another human being. I mean, you'd be developing my theory, but whatever.
Uh, it's not called a model in the code, though. It's called a state type. Yeah, a constructor parameter. Uh, uh, it should use a union type. A factory function that selects the appropriate state constructor given one of the string names. The string names should be versions because the models will change over time. Okay. I don't really know how to write for an LLM, but this is what I would write maybe as notes to myself. Notes to my far future self.
Okay. And there's a to-do for this.
Oops, there's me saving as a snake.
Yeah, so I don't know how I would do this. I don't know how exactly I would integrate this. I guess I would suggest changes.
What's all this?
These are the changes that it's proposing.
Oh, pos tag state is unknown as state token T. Oh God, no! It's just suppressing the type error that we saw the first time. Yeah. Okay. Well.
Wait, is that real?
Is what real?
Order 1 state and order 2 state?
Those are states that exist. Yeah.
Okay. We have an interface called implementation.
Markdownov. Oh, that's silly. Get implementation for version. Case pos tag v1, tokenized with pos tag, state factory. Okay, so it figured out that it needs the tokenizer. Interesting.
What is v1? What is a version?
State version?
Yeah, what are versions?
State version. Well, I told it that the states are going to be versioned, so I guess it was just doing that. I don't know. This is weird.
Well, I mean,
Pretty
look,
weird.
you have order one state,
Uh-huh.
and order two state. Somewhere in here. Can't read. Oh, it's all the way down. Order two state. Okay, I see. These are states of order one. So, yeah, I'm not sure what this V1 stuff is. I'm not sure.
Well, that's basically what I told it to do.
You know what? This might be a job for the conductor.
Interesting.
This might be a job for the conductor. So first we have to do a run setup. This is going to take about 20 minutes. Cannot access setup state. Yeah. Read only scan. Goal and tech stack. What are the primary goals? Provide a high-quality Markdown-aware Markov chain generator for diverse text generation. Ensure grammatical verisimilitude in generated output using part-of-speech tagging.
Yeah, it read the README.
Maintain ease of use for developers with a simple API and deterministic options.
Okay, it's making that up.
It made that up?
Maintain ease of use for developers with a simple API and deterministic options. I didn't write that.
No, you didn't. It's making that up.
Oh, I see. It's making this up.
Yes. Yeah, it's asking you to confirm whether these
it's asking me to confirm. Well, it's A and B. It's A and B, but those could be combined just by whatever.
They will now be combined.
Yeah.
Who are the target users for Markdownov? Content creators? Researcher enthusiasts? It's probably content creators and enthusiasts, right? I mean,
yeah. You know what it is it's people manufacturing chaff to throw into the AI radar. Basically, the reason I wrote Markdownov was to poison LLM training data. Yes.
So that sounds like researchers.
Sure.
What are the key features of Markdownov? Deterministic generation? I mean, yeah. It's all those. Great. Good. Go to town. Data saboteurs. Individuals seeking to generate high volumes of linguistically plausible chaff. Amazing stuff. Fantastic stuff. Now, how should we generate the text grammatical how should the verisimilitude be balanced with its randomness? Prioritize grammatical flow?
No, this is all nonsense. This is all nonsense.
Allow for more nonsensical but highly diverse word combinations.
This is the reason it's configurable. It's configurable. It's up to the user and oh God.
Oh, no. It's saying balanced hybrid offer configurable levels of strictness to allow users to tune the output for specific poisoning.
I have a very hard time believing that any of this is going to help an LLM be more effective in this code base.
Okay, yeah, maybe we're just wasting.
Because we just saw that a 10-line agents.md file was pretty effective at getting it to fix to-dos and implement features. I don't think it actually needs all this context. I think Google is just trying to get you to pay more for tokens.
Very, very plausible. What should the primary tone of the documentation be? Technical and direct, supportive and community-oriented. We don't care. Honestly, I don't care. Product guidelines. Approve. Approve. Yes. Yes. TypeScript, Node, PNPM, taste, linguistic analysis. What about bun?
What about bun? This project is full of buns. It's all about.
I guess there's a
About
bun
the buns.
runtime environment. Seems fine. Seems fine. Looks good. No style guides.
Never. Yeah, LLMs do fine without a style guide. It's just JavaScript. It's the same JavaScript that everyone writes.
It is literally a style guide, a walking, talking style guide.
Just follow your heart.
This is the great. Implement state type selector in Markdownov constructor. Yes. This is what we're talking, right? Based on the choosing state document, I propose the following track. Great, approved.
Okay.
Wasting your tokens. State factory implementation. Okay, hold on. I gotta turn off Google for a
They
second.
charge more for output, don't they? Input is cheap, output is expensive. Is that how it works? It's all this phase 1, phase 2, phase 3 shit.
This is all input. This is future input.
This is future input, but it is also current output.
I mean, sure, yeah.
You're paying twice.
Define state name, union type, Markdownov, integrate, update to include state, polish and finalization. Right, failing test. So I've got mine configured at work to write tests first.
Huh.
Oh, no, and it does so here.
Wait,
Right, failing tests.
it figured out. How did it figure out that we're doing TDD? I guess it read agents.md and inferred it.
Okay. Great.
Wow. Conductor workflow.md specifies TDD. It created that.
It created that.
I wonder how it chose to do that.
Oh God, we've looked through this.
Oh, this is a huge file.
It's an enormous file, I remember, and it's full of nonsense like mobile testing.
Yeah.
Check performance on 3G.
Oh, yes, that's very important.
For
a Node.js CLI.
Code review, checklist, whatever. Mobile experience. No. Commit guidelines, whatever. Definition of done. Emergency procedures, there are none. Deployment workflow. We don't deploy.
There's no deployment workflow.
CI.
Continuous improvement. Review workflow weekly. Yeah, like you have any idea what day it is.
AI. Okay, development commands. Setup. Make. Daily development.
No. Setup is npm install.
Oh, you're right.
There might be a make deps, but yeah.
Before committing.
Nothing to do before committing. We have a pre-commit hook. That's stupid.
Okay. Quality gates. No security vulnerabilities.
No quality gates. No quality gates. Just follow the process.
But I do want to keep the I do want to keep the phase completion and task workflow, because this, I feel like if we mess with this, then the conductor will lose track of what it's
Yeah.
doing.
Yeah.
So I think that's fine. So we
Well,
just
this now conflicts with what's in agents.md.
oh, that's a good point.
It's two different workflows to follow. They're incompatible.
That's true.
So I guess we'll have to delete agents.md.
No, not necessarily. I mean, you can choose. Like the conductor workflow is only going to be read when you execute the conductor tool.
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess that's the intent.
So, so, now I guess my question is, does this track spec seem at all I mean, we can change this spec. In fact, we should. Markdownov class currently uses a fixed state type. Do you know what state type it is?
Do I know what state type it is? Likely currently uses a first fixed state type, likely order to state. No, that's false. It's pause tagged state. With pause order to state with pause tagging. So it's confused.
It's confused. I'm confused.
Likely order to state with pause tagging. Yeah.
Pause tagged state.
Define a union type, order 1, order 2, pause tag G1. Okay, they should all have versions though. So like,
I don't understand. Why should they all have versions?
because what's ultimately going to happen is these string names are going to get saved to a file when we save a model. And when we load a model from a file, we need to know what state type to use for it.
So order 1 dash V7?
V1, V0, why start at 7?
I just, because I don't want to be sequential to confuse the thing, to think that, I have no idea. I have no idea I don't know what a state is.
Oh.
I don't understand.
Well, let's look at a state.
A state, as in the state that a model can be in.
Yeah. So a state is sort of like, okay, so the way you would normally build a I can't say the right word, Markov model. Yeah, Nikki K says a thing about this.
I believe so. Loopy. It's not exactly.
No, this is a different thing. This is a systems model.
Yeah, you're right. This is a systems.
No, I'm sure there are Markov generators online.
Yeah, but I want an animated Markov model.
Yeah. Visualize Markov chains.
There we go.
Okay, well, that's interesting. Sunny and rainy. Okay, so our two states here are sunny and rainy.
Right.
There's a probability that it will transition from sunny to rainy, and a probability that it will stay sunny, and a probability that it will stay rainy. And I guess it looks like there's a probability of, yeah, transitioning back. So sunny and rainy are the states. Now, if we were going to model text with a Markov model, we would need a whole bunch of states. I guess the simplest one would be an order 1 Markov model, which means your next word is dependent only on the previous word. So you can imagine having a state for every word in the dictionary, right? And when you're generating your current state is simply the last word that you generated. And to look at the next word, you look at the transition table for that state, and you roll a die and you pick a next state at random from that set of transition possibilities.
Sorry, I got distracted.
All right. Well, we can play lose. Interesting. With home checkout product. This feels like the prisoner's dilemmas from Universal Paperclips. They're just arbitrary names.
Well, but this animation is really max steps on run. No, never stop running. Oh, I guess they're all balanced out now. Not sure. Okay. So, whatever.
Do you want to look at a state? Let's look at the order 1 state.
Okay.
Okay. So this is the state that you would use if you only wanted to look at the most recent word that you generated to choose the next word.
Sure.
So the ID is the key in a transition table. So it's just the current word.
Okay.
Update means advance to the next state given a word that we either just generated or just saw if we're training the model. So the confusing thing about these states is that they're used in 2 different ways. They're used to generate and they're also used to train.
Yeah.
Yeah, so update just means go to the next state.
Okay.
So yeah, these state classes are mutable.
Why
which is
ID?
Why ID?
Why is it called ID?
Well, because it's
going to be used to look up.
It's used to look something up. Right. So what this sort of is conceptually is there's a map from states to arrays of next states in the Markov model class. It's actually the transitions class that we extracted earlier. And so the keys of that map are semantically states, but JavaScript doesn't allow you to compare these complex values like class instances by value. You can only compare by identity in a map. So to work around that, we convert the states to a string ID and use that ID as the key.
But it's called ID instead of state. Because
it returns a string. Right. I don't know.
But doesn't it return the... It returns the token that's used to look up the next token, right?
Yes.
So then it's not really the... It is identity. It is the state's identity. But calling it ID is just overloaded with other baggage about UUIDs and incremental integers. So whatever. That's just that's fine. Yeah.
Is there a better name? Should we call it identity?
I'm tempted. I feel like identity would be better.
Okay. I'm cool with that.
Because otherwise it feels like this is the ID by which this thing is looked up. But it's not. It's the ID. It is the value by which another thing is looked up.
Yes, I suppose so.
Like
I guess one way you can think of it is if you have 2 states with the same ID, Actually, this is weird because these things are mutable. So the ID changes over time.
Right.
Yes, that's weird.
So it
But
is
the
the
idea,
identity and not the identifier.
yeah. I guess, maybe we should call it value or something. So the idea
Reification.
is if you have two instances of order one
We should call
state
it
and they have
value.
the same ID, they're
We should call it
interchangeable.
value. I would like to call it value.
Okay, let's call it value. We might have to rename it on the interface. Let's see if this works. Do we still implement state string? Probably.
Well, I renamed it to value, and now I can just run make, right?
Yeah. Yes, you can. State.id is not a function. Okay, so it didn't work. I think we do have to rename it on the state interface.
No problem.
I'm finding the right meme.
Yeah, I wonder if I can turn those off.
We could have done this with 3 keystrokes, but okay.
Which 3 keystrokes?
Control Z, navigate to, okay, 5 keystrokes. Navigate to the state class, F2 on ID, type the word value, enter, done.
Yes, but in order to do those 3 keystrokes, you had to contain knowledge regarding the structure of the application.
I suppose that's true.
Which took you a lot longer than
I would,
3 keystrokes.
I suppose, but I would need that knowledge to verify that the change was correct.
I don't.
Well, maybe you don't care if the change is correct.
It's true that I cared less than you do. It's also true that make. I'll look at the tests.
I think the way I'm looking at this is like I have a specific intention, and I will use the LLM if it helps me enact that intention more quickly, and I won't use it if it doesn't.
Whereas I don't know which is which. Like, I don't have that knowledge for this project.
I guess you can't know until you try whether it will do the right thing. But yeah, my inclination is if I try something and I've seen that it does the wrong thing, then I'll just immediately revert.
Well, right.
I know that it doesn't know how to do that thing.
I mean, but it's not a deterministic model then.
No, it's not.
And
maybe I try again, but
it's chaotic in that it's sensitive to small changes.
So, yes.
Which obviously everybody wants.
Yeah.
Great. Okay. So we can now
I did also tell it in agents.md that it was allowed to try 3 times. So it's already got retries built in.
So we were looking at the spec. We were looking at the spec for state type selection. These string names are going to be saved to file. Yeah, sure, fine. Update the Markdownov constructor to accept. This is not a spec. These are instructions.
Well, I did sort of phrase the original thing as instructions. Or no, did I? I don't know. So I guess it was sort of a specification.
Markdownov constructor accepts an optional state parameter. are going to be or can be saved to a file when we save the model.
Well, we don't actually have save yet. I might just take that out because it has nothing to do with this implementation.
But it has everything to do. But apparently, this
But
was
it
your
provides
reasoning.
context. Yeah.
This was your reasoning for the. Well, then you have to say something else about the versions because, like, imagine you were going to hand off this responsibility to me.
Sure. Well, what I might try to do is I would start creating that union type of version names, right? And I would make it work for like one or two of the different model types. And I would be like, okay, just extend this to all the other models.
But I'm not a junior developer, Ben. You could trust me.
No, you're not a junior
responsibilities
developer.
than that.
I know you're not a junior developer, but
then why would you do the hard part for me?
I would do the hard part for the LLM.
I know, but I'm saying, imagine you were handing this off to me.
Oh, imagine I was handing it off to you. Well,
you'd have to explain to me why are we versioning things and in accordance with what constraint.
Sure, yes. I think you're smarter than Gemini, though.
Okay. Well, I promise you that
Gemini is more
needs
for this code base.
Gemini needs to know at least as much as I do.
I think Gemini can get away with knowing less if we give it fewer responsibilities.
Well, right. That's true, but also less interesting.
Okay.
I've seen it do trivial things. I've seen it. So, define a union type for state names, a factory function that let's see, a union type definition for state names for versioned. Constructor accepts an optional state parameter in its options object. Let's see, remains Markdownov maintains. It remains backwards compatible with what? Whatever. It defaults to a sensible state if none is find it. I see. Remains backwards compatible with existing uses. As though there aren't any, but whatever. Union type, state name, order. Oh, I see. Wait, what? No, very wrong. Right? This is not how we define the union type. That's not a function mapping state name to the corresponding class.
State name, wait, what?
Is that what you're expecting?
Yes, except two of those names aren't versions, but sure, yes. A function mapping state name to the corresponding class. Maybe, yeah. If we can get away with just referencing the class, that's fine.
Why are we versioning state names?
Because we're going to save these states. Look, maybe what we should do is run Markdownov. We haven't even run it once.
I don't care. We have tests.
Okay, but you're asking all this context for like why we're doing this.
Yeah.
And I think it'll be clear if you actually use the program.
Okay.
And feel the pain that I'm feeling.
Okay.
Then you'll understand why we need the feature.
Okay.
So we need some training data.
Make build.
Do you have a bunch of Markdown files lying around somewhere?
I have a ton. I don't know how.
Oh, well, we have workflow.md, so let's just use that.
Perfect. Excellent.
No, you have a ton.
Let's use workflow.md.
Okay, so there's a CLI in dev/script /CLI, dev, not deb. And if you give it a list of file names, so I usually just glob. Yeah, there's no help. You can just say conductor/workflow.md, and then it generates a thing. So it's generating this with the cause tag state model.
Seems to be the identity function.
Is it? Is it? Maybe
Yeah.
it is. Project workflow, document deviations, implement to pass test.
This is all
I thought
identical.
OMG was bigger than that.
No, it's much smaller now.
Oh. It might. Well, it skipped 5 and 6 in the definition of done, so maybe it changed some things. But yes, I think maybe we didn't give it enough training data to have a lot of variety.
Okay.
So right, the one thing that I would think is like, okay, this is kind of boring because it's basically the identity function. I want to use a lower order model in order to generate something that's more original. Yeah.
/star.
Use a larger file. There's binary files in there. Well, that's interesting. I've never run it on a binary file before. There aren't any markdown files.
Well, not there. How about these? Leaf.
Leaf 11 images, leaf image. Huh.
There we go.
The editors fell over themselves, rushing for the Republic. Page 8.
In Palermo, Sicily, in 1963,
Nottingham.
an unemployed bricklayer linked hands with 4 of radios in Cleveland, Ohio on May 13th, 1964. Sought to disrupt construction of the building, but deliberate obstruction of nonviolent action being used in Phi struggle. That's an OCR error. In any of these, men were tackled by police, and special messages to Quakerism insisted on sitting in the black women in which to produce results. For example, in late July 1965, United States planes dropped toys and clothes over villages near Hanoi. In December 1958, at a rocket site near Cheyenne, Wyoming, 4 persons attempted to post similar signs. Yeah, this seems like a Markov model, a Markov chain of that document.
Right. So I might, at this point, think this is great. I would like to save this model and later train it on more files.
I see, because it took a whole 2 seconds.
It took a whole 2 seconds to do this, and maybe I want to generate,
15.
I don't know, 50 of these. 50,000 of these.
Right, and it shouldn't take 2 seconds. You shouldn't have to retrain the model. Sharp. Gandhi wields the weapon of Thomas Jefferson as a false monk. At East
Wow,
London,
I never knew that.
some 250 singing and praying Africans gathered outside the whole period by voluntarily taking discomfort, humiliation, penalties, or suffering upon oneself. Other ways in which the suppliers and handlers boycott and the immense casualties which parodied the killing of the Belgians and be deported to enforce it down was an attempt to our civil rights and the evils of those whose happiness obviously depends on their ignorance. Couldn't have said it better myself. We'll just type that to speak. I can't remember. What does it say? Whatever. Speak.
E-speak.
Is it e-speak? I feel like I had a... There's like speech.
Yeah.
Who knows? I've screwed around so many times with my like speech library. I don't even know what it does now. I don't think it's capable. I'm gonna have to reformat this machine before I install Molt Book.
You really want those viruses, huh?
No, I don't. What I want is the heartbeat, right? I want the coding agent that I give it instructions and walk away, and I come back and I interact with, like I change the instructions or I change the environment.
Yeah.
Rather than having to kick it. Keep
Well,
going.
It's astonishing to me that GitHub doesn't already have this. Maybe they do already have it, and I just don't know about it.
GitHub.
But it probably uses Copilot.
We could add a GitHub. You know what? Let's not even. That's a whole other thing. So, I want to take a break, but before that, we might as well. We might as well tell it to implement this thing, right?
Sure.
Hopefully the open source maintainer will accept this commit. Oh, I have origin main, but
you could set your origin to your repo, or sure. Get remote v dash get remote dash v.
I'm just do push fork is fine.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow.
Buddy. Okay. I'm gonna take 5.
Okay. I might have to go to dinner after this, so
okay.
Maybe we should just stop here.
Yeah, let's just stop here.
I kind of want to take a shower before dinner. But this has been fun.
Yeah, let me just toss it into YOLO mode and then, all right, see ya.
All right.